Welcome, everybody, to Daily Recovery Snack from Recovery Concepts. I'm Chris. Thursday, April 30th. Just like that. April's gone. Boom. Good time to go back and figure out, what you've been doing in April. Did you get some stuff done, man? Did you get some habits set up you was trying to get back in line? Did you make some improvements here and there? What did you find you could work on? Where do you feel that you are in your journey, man? How are things going, man? Hopefully that's good. I'm kind of excited. Today's my last Thursday that I work up until around October. I work 4 days a week when it's cold, and then when it gets warm, I drop back to 3 days a week to help free up a little bit of time. I'm, mowing, weed eating, got a garden. I like to fish and kayak and be outside before it gets raging ass hot anyway. But so I'm super excited about that. Going to knock out this Thursday, and then somewhere around October, if the company still needs me to work an extra day or whatever, or wants me to or whatever, I'll go back around October and pick up 4 again during the cold months. So we'll see how all that works out. Anyway, hope you find yourself well as you balance your thoughts and things about April. I hope you come up with in the black as far as being feeling like you are where you're heading toward where you're trying to get, and you're feeling pretty good about your progress along your journey, whatever your journey may be. Let's dive in here and see what we got going on for April 30th. This is an anonymous quote. Learning is a skill we develop that leads to lifelong adventure. Recovery asks that we commit ourselves to a life of learning. We do not turn our backs on our past, we learn from it. Past mistakes become guides and warnings to others and to us. As we use the steps, our sponsor and the fellowship, we make sense of how we got so lost. We gain knowledge of how we were seduced by intensity, which we mistook for intimacy. When we see how we followed our instincts instead of our spiritual principles. We see how we followed our instincts instead of spiritual principles. We see how our illness needed us to believe we were of little value. We see how our pain equaled entitlement to keep using. If we sit and listen, we learn much. While listening in our healing circles, we are learning how to do life, how to do the next right thing. We start to see how to be of service to others instead of being a burden. We use this new knowledge over and over in this adventure we call life. Prayer for the day. Higher power, help me to be open and committed to learning. Keep me from the arrogance that was part of my addiction. Today's action. Today I will write down 5 things that I learned during my sobriety that have helped me have a better life. Oh, I love the action pieces of this stuff. Recovery asks us that we commit ourselves to a life of learning. I don't know how it happened, but somewhere along the journey for me, I picked up the very unhealthy thought and habit of not being a know-it-all, but thinking that I was supposed to. I felt if I had a question or something come up I didn't know the answer to, it was an uncomfortable feeling. For some reason, I don't know where I picked this up, but I always positioned myself, and my thoughts were that if I don't understand something or know the answer or have the quickest answer or whatever, it makes me stupid, less than, and of less value. I was supposed to know everything, and I don't understand, where that came from. I still have challenges today expressing my opinion. I picked up a couple of good habits along the way, but I have learned these days I use it more times than not, and sometimes I forget for sure. But when it is used, I use it more times than not with my wife. When she might be talking about something, and I am problem solving and shooting and starting to shoot out uh, my thoughts of how you solve this. And way more than half the time, she's not asking a question. It's just a process for her to wind down from work or whatever. She's just talking. So I picked up a habit. A buddy of mine turned me on to it, to always ask, or when somebody starts talking and it sounds like a question to me, that doesn't mean that it is. And I just blatantly ask, are you asking a question, or do you just need to talk? That right there serves up the opportunity for me to be of use to whoever this may be, to that individual for what their need is. Maybe they are asking me a question. Maybe they are asking me my thoughts, man. But I position myself over time to always try to be working on the answer, because I thought that that was what my role was. But I didn't ask a lot of questions. Absolutely did not ask a lot of questions, because I felt like it made me look like inferior or weak if I did not understand, or stupid, which is absolute crazy. But and I don't know where I picked that up at. Nobody told me you're supposed to be, you're supposed to know everything. During the journey, though, I figured out some very patient people helped me understand when I become humble enough and vulnerable enough to be, to just be Chris, and put reasonable expectations on Chris that he ain't supposed to know everything. Nobody does. But I wasn't worried about nobody, if you will. I was more worried about me knowing everything. When I put reasonable expectations on me, and I understand that I am not supposed to know that, man, that humbles me to the point to where I can accept the role of student. I can accept the role of student, being a student, which I absolutely love these days. A whole lot less pressure. If I understand I don't know everything, which is the reality of stuff, and I have no problem with that, it gives me the opportunity to be a student. Well, guess what happens if I can be a student? If I can gracefully be a student, man, the world produces nothing but teachers. There is nothing but teachers walking around me once my mindset is that of a student. Every individual I run into has the opportunity to show me something, teach me something, or help me understand something. And I need help. I need help with stuff, man. That's just the way it is. And I don't have near the problem accepting that I did at one point in time. So take it easy on yourself, man. Accept some grace that's given to you. It's freely given. It's reached out to you, man. Accept some grace. Cut yourself a break, and just do the best you can today, man. I just try to get up, man. I try to not drink, not drug, and not die. And if I do those three things, man, I've got myself another sober day, man. Living in recovery on this adventure called life, and it's worth the work. For me, it's worth the work. The work isn't even work anymore. It's just habits. It's how I conduct myself. So another good day here in Southwest Virginia. I hope y'all are doing well. Appreciate you joining me. I don't know if that made any sense. I feel like I'm still asleep. But please subscribe, share, like, tell a friend, share on social media if you're moved to do so or whatever. Trying to build this thing up. I appreciate y'all joining me. And if you won't, come on back tomorrow. I'd love to see you again. Lord willing, we'll do it again, and we'll have ourselves a Friday out of it. So looking forward to the weekend. Y'all have a blessed day. Stay safe. Have a good one, and hopefully see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.